This is like mad 1980s right here. I don't know what it is about tonight. It's like 10 p.m. You know, when you're watching those like 80s horror or 80s comedy movies, and like the teen will go home and then he goes to his basement, and his basement is like his hideout slash his comfort area. You know what I'm talking about. Like they'll go home and then it'll be like a scene in the basement or something. I don't know. They have like magazine posters up. I mean, even your bedroom too. I don't know. But that's the vibe. Maybe it's because I was watching I was looking at some 80s horror movies. I was looking at like some 80s horror space movies. And then I was looking at music from that era too. But I more so was looking at the posters. The posters are powerful because looking at 80s horror space, and then you look at stars and planets and all the driving and the futuristic retro aesthetic, it just builds a 80s horror space aesthetic with the horror movies. It's a comfort mood. I don't know what it is. I come down here rearranged. You know what I'm saying? They rearranged down here. This is my area. But right here, I'm not going to show you the rest of my basement because this is my basement, but I mean, all this is from vintage. I mean, like, majority of this is like, this is 2014. 2014 uses like 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000s. I don't know. This is like 2010s, 2014. I mean, those books is from like 2012. This is like old stuff. This is from families. Yeah, I mean, this is just what it is. But like the 80s horror space aesthetic, I like it a lot. I don't know what it is. I like it a lot. I like it so much because it feels intergalactic. It feels like galaxies. It feels like you're just exploring. I don't know what it is. Like, it just feels so important and significant. And comfort is the best word to describe it. Comfort. I like nighttime horror vibes. I always like nighttime horror. Like nighttime horror or nighttime aesthetics, like even with the 2010s, even as a kid, you know, going to the cookouts, going out to go eat, music, movie theaters, those hit. But when you just watching the movie, that's enough too. Like, watching movies could put you in a time frame. Watching movies could put you in a mental, like, movies be comforting when you have a movie on in the background or you just watching the movie. It's just a comforting thing. It's like a ooh, I feel good. I feel like I'm at home type thing, you know? You got the movies that do that. Music is an amazing thing. Music is enough to set me in a time period because I can listen to a song or songs from the playlist, and then he'll just throw me back, and I'll be like, okay, I'm good. You know, I don't know what it is, but tonight I feel like a go. Tonight feels like a go, if you get what I mean. Tonight feels like a go. Anytime when you obviously when you say a go, it means from the past. It could be a week ago, month ago, year ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 15, 20, 30, 40 years. I'm like, it feels like a minute ago. So all I'm gonna leave it is just a go, just by itself. A go. I don't know what it is. Yeah. I don't know. I just wanted to say that. You know what I like about nighttime? What I love about night, right? Is it's night. It's 10 p.m. I said it right now. I was just outside. I was just outdoors for a little bit. What I love about night is I don't know. I like nighttime more than daytime. The aesthetics feel high. Like, imagine a peaceful world where nighttime isn't problems. Like, a lot of people like to do crazy stuff at night, and it throws everything off. But just imagine putting that to the side. Put that to the side. Just imagine nighttime with no problems. Going out at night, hanging out with your friends, doing nothing, and there's no issues with the world. You know how this world is. The world is dark. So there's problems with everything. You know, you gotta worry about evil people, racism, hatred. You don't know what the hell is going on. Cults. You got all types of stuff going on at night. That throws off the mood. But just imagine a world, right? You could just stay up all night, have fun, no responsibilities. You cool. You got a group. There's nothing wrong going on, and you just living through time. We were put on this planet to have fun. I feel like there are certain art and there's certain things that emulate comfort and beautiful and funness. Like, that's why I like old Disney. Old Disney gives you that fairy tale relationship vibes that I really like. Then you have 80s horror. 80s horror emulate a nighttime. This is a vague video. I just want to talk about this. But it's a true thing. It really is, because at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, we all want peace. So people like to watch things that give them peace. That's what I do too. I got the music, I got the movies, I got the playlists, I got the videos, I got the social media. I turn my social media into my own world, so then I could be like, okay, I could get through. You got stuff to look forward to. We try to cling on to hope. We try to cling on to this. We try to cling on to that. I just came back from the Kingdom Hall. Everybody who goes to the Kingdom Hall talks about how we need hope in this world. We need something to look forward to. We need something to cling on to get us through this dark world. And it's unfortunate how, as time go on, the world is just draining on you. You got people who's doing it. You got worldly problems that's doing it, and it throws you all off. So we need something to cling on to keep us going forward. And it's so aggravating to see how this is. It's so aggravating to see that that's what this is, We're just here just to be here. If it just be feeling like, what? What am I doing here then? I don't know, man. Anyway, I just got deep into my thoughts. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about, stories and all that. I had a conversation with a lot of people earlier, and we're all just saying the same thing. Oh, we need hope. We need something to cling on to. At the Kingdom Hall, that's why we try to study the Bible. That's why we try to study with God. I come back home, and when I come back home, do not go on social media. So do not go to the Kingdom Hall and go on social media. Do not do that. Do not do that. You try to go home and you try to just stay in that comfort vibe of God in the Bible, because Jehovah is only here to help you, and it feels beautiful. When you come back home and go straight to social media, you're going to see stuff that you don't need to see. Simple. It's like, oh my God, it's throwing everything off. You get what I'm saying? So I like what I just did. I came back home, nighttime. We came back in the house like around 9:30. I was looking outside my window. It's cool. It's like 50 something degrees. It's cool, right? Fall is coming up, and excuse me. And I went straight to I saw some 80s horror on my YouTube. I saw some 80s video games. I saw some 80s pop culture. I just started watching that. So that's where my mind just come into with this. I'm like, wait, I like this vibe. Let me stay in this forever. You know what I'm saying? Let me make a video about this. But it's true. I came down here, which is my basement. And I'm not afraid to show off my basement. My basement, this is my thinking cap. Even though I'm not going to show y'all everything. You don't need to see my whole, because there's certain stuff you don't need to see. But this is my comfort area. And I came on here and it reminded me of 80s teens, because I was just watching 80s horror. Right? So I made that point at the start. I was like, whoa, I feel like that. I just like 1980s horror. It feels so comforting. I don't know what it is, but it's horror. Why does 80s horror? Well, because the 80s horror is light, in my opinion. And certain things just don't scare me at all, period. But some of it is comedy. Some of it's action with guns. Some of it's comedy. It's funny. So it's not really insane, I don't know. But this is just what I want. I just want to talk. I ain't gonna lie. I came home and I feel like I just need to speak. I don't know. I be thinking things, man. I be feeling moods too. I wasn't even supposed to be watching that. I'm supposed to stop watching horror movies. But I got a couple habits that I have to work on in my life to change as a person. Let me explain my type of core. On social media, when they talk about night core or pink core, or core would be aesthetic that you bring. I just came back from the Kingdom Hall about 2 hours ago, an hour-ish ago. We all want hope. That's why we study the Bible. That's why we study God. We all want hope, right? But I came home and I watched something that I personally like the most. Now, to explain who I am, I have an old mentality. You have the mentality that you are grown up in. It could be from the movies you watch, the music you listen to, your parents, the situations you live in, hardships, whatever it is. You go through something that makes you you. Okay. Everyone's is their individual character. So let me explain deeper into my core. I'm going to call it the me core, whatever it is, my core. I don't know. My name core, my YouTube name core, excuse me. I'm burping. I'm hungry too. I want to make this quick so I go eat. Um, Earlier I was thinking about life. I thought about all types of people, different decades, different life. But imagine a world with freedom and fun and no responsibilities mixed with all these types of people coming together with nothing negative here to slow you down or stop you. Imagine that. Imagine all of that coming together. So then we have different aesthetics here that makes us us, and we will create a new aesthetic when we all come together. And that is hope. It gives you hope. It gives you comfort. It gives you something to look forward to. So when we're at the Kingdom Hall, we're talking about Jehovah. We're talking about God, and we're talking about things that going there is it gives you comfort. It could give you fuel to fight off this worldly problems. It gives you something to look forward to. It builds you spiritually. It builds you mentally. It gives you morals. It keeps you strong. So all of that, right? And then you got come home to your comfort. You come home to your comfort world. You come home, and your home is where you reside, is where you relax. You make your home you. So I got the movies, I got the music, and I just become me. Imagine all of that coming together. Beautiful, right? I really like 80s women. I like cougars, I like MILFs. I like 1980s women. I like 70s women. I like 1990s women. I like mature men. And not like that. What I mean is, like, I like having a conversation with mature people. I like socializing with adults, meeting some cool people. Met some cool people earlier, shaking hands. I like the family life. I like socializing with people. I like to have conversations with people who are very mature. I like to have conversations with people that are a different aesthetic, a different background, so we could cling, so we could meet. It's all about being friendly. When you're being friendly with all types of different people, you come together. Oh shoot, we got a serious conversation about this and that. It's like, whoa, being friendly really is a good thing. That's the whole point of this video. Love and vibes and the beautiness of life. Imagine a life with no responsibilities. But listen to this. Imagine a world where everyone and everything is friendly and good for you. So everyone is friendly. We're able to have these deep, long, cool conversations. But then imagine a world, right, where it's just all fun and peace. All these aesthetics come together. And me, I'm an old soul. I like a lot of women from different times. This is all coming together. This is just a step into my brain. This is what I'm thinking, man. This is what I'm thinking.